What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to the channel. So it's ended down at Goodison Park, Everton 0, Newcastle United 0, and I've got to say I'm pretty frustrated and pretty disappointed in the way that game played out. We should have come away from that game as the winners. Anthony Gordon, of course, from the penalty spot to try and convert against Little Arms Pickford, and Pickford just gets lucky and saves it. Everton did score in the opening minutes of the game, of course, but it was ruled for offside, and rightfully so, because he was well offside for Doucouré. Doucouré was lucky, in my opinion, to still be on the pitch in the game, because how many fouls he did in that game was absolutely ridiculous. He did so many fouls in that game, and he was just targeting Anthony Gordon, as was the rest of the Everton players. They were just targeting Anthony Gordon. I guess we kind of expected that in a way, because we all know what Flash is, and the threat that Flash poses on teams. So we kind of expected in a way, I guess, that Everton were going to do that. They were going to be targeting Anthony all the way through the match. For me, like I say, we should have come away from this game as the winners. We had so many chances. We dominated possession in the game. We dominated shots in the game, but we were just lacking that one vital thing, and it's quite obvious what it is. The focal point of our attack, Alexander Isak. We did not have a focal point to the attack to help us in the game, and that is just crippling for us at the moment. You can see it. Yes, we did get a 1-1 draw against Man City going into this game, but again, I said in the reaction to that one, if we had had that focal point in attack of Isak, we could have won that game against Man City. And again, it was evident again tonight, that if we had that focal point in Alexander Isak or Callum Wilson, then we would be able to see the game going in our way and winning the game. Yes, we do have William Osula on the bench, but Eddie is reluctant at the moment to try and play the lad, because the lad is a little bit rusty at times. You can see he is a little bit rusty. Don't get us wrong, I absolutely love William Osula, but he is a young lad. Let's not forget that, so we do need to board him into the team a little bit more. We don't need to be rushing him in so fast. But maybe we could have played him tonight. Maybe we could have brought him in, and give them a shot against Everton tonight at Goodison Park. Maybe that would have been the extra piece to the puzzle for to come away from this game with all 3 points. But we've dropped points tonight at Goodison Park, and I've got to say, it's not on. Something definitely needs to be done about it. I know it's not Eddie's fault, that again we are picking up injuries here and there, because that's always going to be out of the manager's hands. I'm not blaming Eddie for that, and I'm not blaming Eddie at all, to be honest. What I'm saying is that we need to be looking at some way of addressing this situation that we're currently in at the moment, where we are lacking that focal point. Maybe, we could look to bringing in, one of the youngsters, maybe, to give them a bit of a push towards the team. But we definitely need to be doing something, because at the moment, yes, we got that draw against Man City, and we should have been winning this game tonight at Goodison Park. I've got to say, it's just really frustrating at the moment. Very, very frustrating with that game tonight, because you could say, we were dominant in that game. We were just lacking that very, very vital vocal point, which was Alexander Isak or Callum Wilson, being there. We needed that attacker to be able to be there, as the point of our attack, and we just don't have it at the moment because of the injuries. And it's all to blame on, Michael Dawson of Wolves for the way he played against us in that game against Wolves. If he hadn't went in so rough, if he hadn't went in like he did, and deliberately went in my opinion, as well, on Isak and injured Isak, then would have Isak now to be able to play these 2 games against Man City and Everton, which we would have come away from both of them, in my opinion, with wins. Now, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, remember, hit like, share, subscribe to the channel. That does mean that we, of course, move to 6th in the table, 12 points. If we had won tonight, we would have leapfrogged into 4th place in the league. That would have been absolutely fantastic. But instead, we are 6th with 12 points out of 7 games played. We're still doing really good. We just need to, like I say, get that very vital focal point. We need to get Isak back. We need to get, some striking partnership back in there. We need to get a striker up top to be able to be the point of the attack. And of course, looking at Everton, where they are in the table, they are 16th in the table with 5 points as well. Let us know your thoughts anyway down in the comments below. Hit a like, share, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all for the next one. Away the lads.